The Eye of the Needle, bringing current news to AHS students with Hannah Jesperson and Monica Witzman. With this week's news coverage, here is Hannah and Monica.
Hi Atlantic High School, I'm Hannah.
And I'm Monica. This is the Eye of the Needle.
We'll begin with the activities for this week.
Today we will have a 1.5 early dismissal for professional development.
Thursday, boys golf will play at Lewis Central High School starting at 8:30. Girls will have a match at 4:30 at Lewis Central. Tennis and track will also compete, tennis versus Lewis Central and track versus Glenwood.
Friday, boys soccer plays Riverside, while boys track will run in Clarinda.
Saturday, the ACT will take place in the morning. Saturday evening is prom. Pre-prom begins at 7 and Grand March will take place at 8:45.
Here is an interview with Mrs. McKay and Hannah Jesperson.
Hi guys, I'm here with Mrs. McKay today, and we're going to be asking her about dance cards. So, prom is coming up this Saturday, and many students don't understand dance cards. We're hoping you can help the students understand a little bit better.
Excellent. Dance cards actually are a fairly old tradition that have maintained through the test of time, especially when you get to cotillions, to promenades like prom, etc. And the purpose of them, especially in a school setting or a large group setting like a prom, is so that way it allows people to really get a wide variety of dance partners versus, always dancing with the same 5 people throughout the dance, because prom is about celebrating the junior and senior class. Right. Those 2 grades have been together all the way through. Right. And so it's a celebration of those classes. And so the way the dance cards operate, traditionally, what has to happen is you have as many as, I think, maybe there's 45 songs that are played at a prom. Right. And so your prom officers, your junior class officers, have identified what songs, and they've had them approved, will be played, and really trying to have a wide variety so it fits all of the students' interests. Then with the dance cards, you have them specifically printed and you identify, all right, you tell your DJ every 5th song we want to be a slow song. So all of the students should have that marked in their dance cards. So then that way, if, I'm going to give an example here. One of my best friends from high school was a guy, Sean Sherman. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to make sure that I got at least one slow song with him, so that way we could really talk and kind of have a special memory together at prom, our senior year. And then I didn't have to always dance a slow song with the same person. Right. And even though you all go with dates or small groups, it just allows you to get around to everybody in your classes and really celebrate together.
Right. You really don't have to worry about it. I feel like I don't go to dances, so I feel like I would be kind of stressed out thinking about, who am I going to dance with for the next song, like running around trying to find someone to dance with.
Exactly.
So I think that's a really nice thing about it too.
And it does help to know too, okay, this song I know is a slow song. Who am I comfortable with? Okay, this is going to be a line dance. I know everybody's going to be together. So I don't want to put somebody in for number 12 when I know the whole place is going to be dancing together.
Right. Okay, so we know that classes in the past years definitely used them and enjoyed them, and they were a really nice thing to use. So why do you think it's decreased in the past few years?
Well, I think where the mistake has been, and this is something I'll pay a little bit more attention to this year because I guess I hadn't thought about it before.
Right.
I don't remember last year the DJ saying, okay guys, we're at song number 5, make sure you find your partner. So I think that's been really a missing component.
Right.
Because then it just kind of falls into those habits of, okay, we're all just going to dance.
Yeah.
And some people are comfortable with that, but then I would say don't promise yourself a dance with somebody.
Yeah.
Because that's disrespectful.
Right.
Because I know for myself that would make me feel like, oh my gosh, Hannah didn't want to dance with me.
What do I do now?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to stand here.
Right.
No. And so I think that's something I'll work on with the DJ and just make sure that it helps support it, because it's all about getting you guys together and having fun and building memories.
Yeah, and it's a way to mingle at pre-prom too.
Exactly right. And that's a good point. I'd forgotten about that because that is so much fun at pre-prom.
Yeah.
is be like, okay, you see people looking at the dance cards, okay, I've got number 7 open, how about that,
Right. Right. So, in closing here, what are your thoughts on having a closed prom? Why do you think that's a good thing?
It's interesting because I come from a school, personally, that we had an open prom, but our school, my high school, was half the size of this. And then my brother, because we moved from Colorado to Nebraska before I was in high school, and my brother had his senior class had 800 kids in it.
Oh,
So closed
wow.
prom for them as well, What I like about Y Atlantics is it's about the junior and senior class. And it's about, you make some of the best memories at that junior and senior prom. I've had more students over my 16 years here come back after prom and be like, oh my gosh, now I get it.
Right.
I understand.
Yeah.
Because it's just about Atlantic High School. It's celebrating the junior and senior class. And that's why I am definitely in support of a closed prom. And we have plenty of, students that, and I'm seeing more and more people going to small groups, which makes it fun too.
Yeah, I think it does too, and it's just so much more special. You look forward to it for a longer period of time, and then when you get there, it's like, oh, this is what I've been waiting for.
Exactly, and I think the reason some people wish we had an open prom beforehand is because they've never been to it before, and they haven't really got to see how it develops.
Right.
So I think I'm hopeful.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
The dance starts at 9.
Sunday, Pros Prom will take place in the gym, and breakfast will be served in the commons.
Monday, girls golf will play in Des Moines. Soccer plays Glenwood, and girls play Underwood.
Tuesday, golf and tennis play Denison. Track will compete at Lewis Central.
Wednesday will be another 1.5-hour early dismissal. The asset test will also take place in the multi-purpose building from 1:50 to 4 o'clock.
Here is an interview with Darian Schwenke and Ty Nielsen about sports injuries.
Many of you have heard about the terrible sports injury involving the Louisville basketball player Kevin Ware. Sports injuries are not uncommon and even happen at our high school. Junior Darian Schwenke was unable to participate in wrestling this year due to an injury, and junior Ty Nielsen's season was cut short after an injury at a football game. We have Ty and Darian here with us to talk about their injuries. What were your guys' first thoughts when you got injured?
For me, I was just thinking about how I finished the season off or whatnot.
For me, I put through all the work in the summer, and it just ended right there.
So how did it affect your guys' sports seasons?
Mine was cut short because it happened during the middle of the season, so I had to sit the rest of the season out.
I only got to play 2 games, so that's that.
Not fun. So what was it like not being able to play?
Just sitting there watching in the chairs, watching your opponents that you could have easily beat or whatnot. Since I was highly ranked, it was kind of disappointing knowing that you could beat them, but you couldn't wrestle.
I thought it was something different because I'm not used to being on the sideline. I'm used to playing and everything.
So how has it changed your outlook for next year?
Definitely going to be taping up my ankles and make sure taking precautions not to get them hurt again this year.
I have to do training and everything again because I'm at the bottom right now.
Well, thanks for coming in with us. I'm glad you guys are healed. This concludes the activities for this week. Thanks for watching this week's episode of The Eye of the Needle.
Make this week count, AHS.
Here's this week's 7-day forecast.